What's up, you guys? Today we're going to be talking about Carnival, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean, whether it's a buy or not. This is a part 2 of another video I've made. This is more of an updated version on these stocks and what I think you should buy and what's going to happen in the stock market and my honest predictions for it. All I ask, if you just take 5 seconds of your time, hit that like button below. It really helps out this channel, and subscribe if you haven't yet. We're going to go on the computer now to show you guys my analysis for these stocks. Ticker symbol CCL, Carnival. I personally see all these 3 stocks, Carnival, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean, all have the same similar pattern. They're all in an ascending triangle. In my previous video, we were here in this area. I called for maybe a double bottom. If we broke down the support line, we would have seen lower lows, and we didn't. We bounced off this double bottom and we uptrended for the most part. Ticker symbol NCLE. You can see in Norwegian that we are in the same ascending triangle, and I've had this here for even before we started breaking down here. I had it over the weekend, and the more it stays in this triangle, the bigger breakout it's going to have, either on the upside or the downside. I personally think we might see a downside big on this ascending triangle. We might see it break down, and if it breaks down here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see lower lows. All these cruise line stocks, CDC announced that we're going to have an extended 100 days that can't operate, all this pandemic going on. So I do expect us to see lower lows in the stock. There's no reason for us to be breaking out on the high side, especially if a company is not making any revenue whatsoever. Let's go back to Carnival so you can see CCL. You can see that we're here in this ascending triangle, double bottomed here. This uptrend was from the stimulus package. Started breaking down, double bottomed here. As a trader, this shows it's a buy signal if it double bottoms here and it's starting to uptrend. Now we're here in this ascending triangle and we're breaking down. I personally believe that we're going to see in this area here keep bouncing, and then once it decides here which direction it's going to take, it might pop up, but odds are that we're going to see probably a lower low for the stock. That's my opinion on it. As a trader and as an investor, you can't predict the future. As traders, what you do is that you find out what you predict can happen. If you're wrong, then you adjust, but you're never always right. It's literally impossible. The longer we stay in this pattern and the shorter we get in this squeeze, bigger of a pop or bigger of a drop, we're going to see the more aggressive drop. If it stays in this, we can see it easily drop below $7. That's my opinion. As far as Royal Caribbean, let's go to ticker symbol RCL so you guys can see. It's also in an ascending triangle at the moment. For the most part, it's staying in this area. I expect it to stay in this area and then pop. I do expect probably most likely a drop for this, and people that want to enter into the trade, they could finally start investing in any of these cruise line companies once they see the aggressive drop. So just be patient, guys, and keep in mind, it could uptrend as well. Either stay in this pattern and it's probably going to break out the downside or to the upside. I personally think we're going to see it break down to the downside. Odds are, even after this whole pandemic ends, the economy is going to be hurt for the most part temporarily. People are going to lose jobs. Yeah, people are going to be a bit scared to travel, especially on a cruise ship with a lot of people. Until there's a vaccine, I don't expect us to be uptrending in the market. S&P 500, we have been uptrending. The feds have been pumping in a ton of money, and that's really what's been holding up the market, which is absolutely crazy in my part. The more you print money, the more inflation we're going to have, the less our dollar is going to be worth. So we broke this trend line here for the S&P 500, and once we broke this trend line, a lot of traders saw this as a bullish move, and we're in the uptrend here. As of here, breaking this trend line, we're temporarily bullish. A lot of traders are bullish in the market. A lot of traders are bearish. I think it's like 50-50 at this moment. Pretty crazy to see. I'm still bearish. I don't think we've seen the low yet. I do think we're going to retest the low. Still think that. I still think it might take next month or the following month. Most likely next month we're going to really see if the market drops. If it doesn't, then I'm probably wrong, and then we're going to probably be uptrending. I highly doubt that. I do think earnings is going to help this trend up for the most part. We have been breaking down here. We're down 2% for the day. Early next month or mid-month, we're going to start breaking down. I personally think that. I could be wrong. We're here to either buy Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, or Carnival, and you want to make sure that you watch this whole pattern and then you want to see if it breaks down heavily to the downside or the upside. I'm personally going to be buying Carnival and Norwegian stock once I see it break down, and I've called it. A lot of people are getting kind of fear of missing out here as well as here. People left comments on the YouTube saying, you know, you were wrong, whatever. You know, I beg to differ. Now it double bottomed here. People that took positions here lost 50% of their initial investment, and people are going to buy here. Look, it hit the Fibonacci line perfectly as well. Hit the resistance line and it hit the trend line as well. For the most part now it's going to be breaking down. It's going to be in these patterns here, and I do see once it's here, I do personally expect drop and make lower low. That's my opinion on it. And I expect Norwegian to follow. I expect Royal Caribbean to follow as well. I do expect Royal Caribbean to be below $19 eventually. A lot of people are worried about this stock. Cruise line industry is going to be taking a big hit. It's almost of a high risk, high reward type of play. These companies do pay dividends. Most likely they're not going to be paying dividends probably for the next 2 years, I would assume. Just 3 months ago, Carnival was $52. Now it's bottomed all the way to $7. I do expect it to drop maybe in the $6 range to maybe $5 range. I'm going to be starting loading up positions here. I did load up a few positions here because I did expect us to double bottom here. I mentioned it in the other video, and I sold around the $12 area. I sold here. I took profits, and I do expect this to be going down again, bouncing here, downtrending, breaking down. Here is when you want to load up your positions long term. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you could diversify as much as possible. I personally think that we haven't seen the bottom yet for these cruise line industry stocks. I do see it in a descending triangle, and for the most part I do see it hitting lower lows. I personally am going to be waiting until we see those opportunities. So every video we're going to be replying to 3 comments, so leave your questions below. Do I think RCL is a bull trap and it will go back to mid-20s? I personally do think that. I bought Carnival at the double bottom and I sold, made about 30% profit, but I do think we're going to see lower lows for all these 3 stocks still. Do I think the cruise line stocks are going to dip more with this 3-month ban? I personally do think that. I personally don't think we've hit the bottom yet of the market. I think we're going to see lower lows for these 3 cruise stocks, and that's just my honest opinion. I'm still waiting on getting a good price entry long term for these stocks. Should you buy now or wait for a better opportunity? I would personally wait and be more patient, especially when you see it uptrending for the most part. I personally would say to be patient. I don't personally think we've seen the lowest price point. All these cruise line stocks, I'm still waiting for the right opportunity to go long in these positions. Hopefully you liked the video. Also make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.